Good. And here we go. All right. Hey, what's up, everybody? Well, what's up, Warrior? Welcome to Academy, our most important day of the week. Great to see all of our live peeps in a bit, in a little bit, by the way. If you're able to be on camera, or at least be unmuted, I actually want to do some breakout rooms so we can all get to connect a little bit personally and just get to know those that are around you. You don't have to be on camera if you don't want to, but it is always nice as well, too. But Academy is the most important day of the week. If you're brand new, welcome to the family. And one philosophy that I learned when I first got introduced to this amazing profession of network marketing 15 years ago is my mentor. And my mentor made multiple seven-figure income by the age of 21 years old. He was broke as a joke, started on roller skates, getting to meetings, and eventually had not one but two Lamborghinis. And whether or not you're into cars, hey, pretty cool. But one thing he taught me was this: that was a secret to his success, is he said that leaders prioritize learning, right? Leaders prioritize learning, and the best trained team wins. So when I started to realize that, and he said he really focused on one training day, and he would have a Saturday training, or he have some type of connection, just like church, there's a day where people gather. And he said, if you have a team of hundreds and thousands of people, would you rather train everyone yourself, or rather bring them somewhere and have that train them for you? And I said, well, I first of all never thought I'd ever train. Is anyone here? Some of you are really good public speakers. Who here is a little bit more shy to speak typically? Like you're a little bit more shy. Yeah. Well, Diane, I'm going to probably throw you on stage one day somewhere. Like, here we go, you know? But what I was thinking back then was, well, I don't want to talk. I'll have all these other people talk. And one of the most powerful things you can do in your business to scale your organization and your business is to leverage systems, tools, and other people. So all I had to do was be really good at pointing other people. Kim said, you were shy until you met me. Yes, you get around me long enough, you're not gonna, I'm gonna throw you into fun places. That's how good friends are, right? Good friends throw each other into the pool because you know it's gonna be fun to swim in it. So with that, it's been a core philosophy to prioritize a training day. And you know what I think is, what do you want in this business? I want you to start today with that pre-frame and think, if anything were possible through your partner co-business, what would you want to achieve? Right? Is it an extra $1,000 a month so that you can take a nice vacation? We have Pam Middleton. If you don't know, she's one of our senior officers here. Awesome, awesome leader, incredible team. She's off in Hawaii. Sucks for her. I know it's tough, but she's out there for this week because her dream was to be able to fund for her family's vacations. And she used Partner Co money and bought a vacation, not just for her, but for 10 of her family members. That's hashtag goals right there, right? So maybe it's for something like that. Maybe for some of it, someone else, it's to retire out of your job, or to retire your spouse out of their job, right? Maybe for some of us, it's other things. Maybe you're looking for residual income. Dr. Pia Washington was letting us know, and she did an amazing call this last week on residual income. She's a wealth and finance guru. She talked about how if you want to make an extra $500 a month in real estate, you need $100,000. You know, to make an extra $500 here a month, it's $30 for your membership and a little bit of sweat equity and applying a system. And she's been doing that easily, and actually more. Yesterday, she shared, we have a mastermind group called our 10 and 2 mastermind. When you hit what's called 10 and 2, 10 customers and 2 partners, or 12 people with at least 2 being partners, you get into this. It was a lot of fun. She shared that she had her best week in check ever. She's at a 6-figure run rate now. I mean, who here wouldn't mind at least a 6-figure income through your business here, right? Yeah, give me a wave and put a 6 in the comments. So I just want you to think about what you want And how'd she do it? She just focused on 10 and 2, and she's been doing that for 6 months plus and been helping scale it into the team. So whatever it is that you want, that's why I think, well, for me, I wanted to prioritize training because I'm always one idea away. You're always one idea away from a major breakthrough. And today we're going to share with you some of those ideas. I'm excited. We're going to be able to pick the mind of some rising stars today that have done this thing called 10 and 2. We're going to equip you with some tools and some ideas on what to do for this following week. We're going to have Adella Sanchez in just a bit. I love her. You're going to get really empowered from her. And you're also going to get a chance to meet Dr. Laurette Willis, who's gone 10 and 2 and actually already duplicating people like Dr. Jody and her team that's gone 10 and 2. And you want to learn from those that have gone before you. All right. So what I want to try, and I hope this will work, is for a couple minutes. One of the most valuable parts about this type of business is you're in business for yourself, but not by yourself. And one thing I'd encourage is to really build connections throughout this team, throughout Partner Co. Whether they're in your downline or whatever that it is, you want to make sure that you build relationships. Okay. You never know who's going to need, you're going to need help from. So I'm going to open up some breakout rooms and just for a couple minutes, maybe 2 or 3 people. And if you're able to, I know not everyone's able to, don't feel forced to. I know sometimes we're on different schedules and stuff, but if you're able to get in there, and what I'd love for you to do is share with your teammates. Number one, tell them where you're from and talk about why you decided to become a partner here. Now, it doesn't matter what the reason is, but why did you decide to partner here? Is that okay? If you're interested in participating in that, put a me in the comments below, and I think it'll be a lot of fun. And let me try this out here. All right. And if you are not able to participate, no worries. Just don't accept the invite. So I'm going to create this. I'm going to try it. If you don't have someone in your room too, don't worry. I'll try to fiddle things around, but let's try this out and we'll be there for just a couple of minutes. Okay. If you can't, just don't accept it, but I'm going to click create. All right. Let's try this out. Boom. So accept your invitation. I'll give it a couple of minutes here. All right. Let me make sure things are good. So click on that magical button and you should be able to be tossed into another room. No worries, you don't have to. It's okay. I'm gonna move some people here around. Okay. I'm gonna move him into room number 9. All right. I think people have some friends with different places. Okay, good. Sounds good. Okay. And then we have our room here. So anywho, if you're still with me in this room, that means that you didn't accept your invitation yet, but that's okay. We can do this room as well too. Cool. Hey, well, who wants to start? Who wants to start? You know, so where are you from and why did you decide to partner here? Dawn, I'll have you go first. Are you able to mute yourself? Oh, she went to the other room. No worries. Larry, let me know.
Oh, there we are. Had a little bit of computer issue this morning, sorry.
Good.
Well, when I came in, it was strictly for the product with James L. And but it's becoming more interesting as the days go by. And we do have we have 2 customers now. One brand partner, and a customer. But I've got several people looking, a couple that are going to come in mid-month because of, whatever, finances.
Yeah.
But, and I just got my first check, which was nice.
Wow.
So that was a plus for me.
Congrats.
And we're involved, I told you before, we're still part of another of Melaleuca that we've been for a long time. But their products are different. And but so but I get a check for both of you, so that's even a plus.
There we go.
But this one was
Congratulations.
bigger.
Yes. And Larry,
Yeah,
where are
but
you
this
from?
is from Croswell, Michigan.
Okay, awesome. Hey,
I'm the
welcome,
son of
welcome, welcome.
Michigan. Yeah.
Grateful to have you here. Sweet. Evelyn, are you able to unmute yourself at all? If not, we'll go to Joanne. Joanne, where are you from and why did you partner here? You're not unmuted yet.
We need a class on Zoom.
The best way to have a class on Zoom is go to zoom.us. They have a great chat
Exactly.
feature. Yeah. Joanne, are you able to mute? No? Don't know how to click the button? I asked you to mute. All good?
Okay, am I unmuted yet?
Yes, you are.
Oh, phew. Okay, because this is I'm not at home. So I'm on a little tablet and I do not know how to work this thing. So you guys have to excuse me. But I did join Partner Co because I was in a lot of pain. And my sister-in-law let me know that there were some products out there that would help. And they did. So I joined the company and now working towards vice president.
Let's go.
I think I've got the gala thing down pat. I got another order last night, so it's like, okay. But I think you have to check that though, right, James?
Yes. We'll see you on Monday. Yeah.
All right. Okay,
Awesome,
but I do make sorry. I resigned from my job and I am starting to at least make my car note every month. So
Wow.
it's like that's
awesome.
a plus. Okay.
So I'm talking about congrats. Getting your car note paid for by your business. So I'm talking about. So hey everyone, welcome back. Popcorn. Awesome. Hey Monique, great to see you. Welcome from South Africa. Hey everyone. Hey, did you meet some, yeah, retire from your job, right? Did you guys meet some new friends? Did you guys meet some cool people over there? I know, it's like, I know you're probably like, wait, I wasn't expecting that. Every now and then, great to have that opportunity to be able to connect. It's always important to make the big feel small, right? So we just love every single one of you. And yeah, we have a lot of new people, so a lot of new faces and everything. So I'd encourage you connect with everyone else, connect with them on their social media. It's nice to have peers, whether they're cross-line, upline, down, it doesn't matter. Like it's nice to just have a friend and you never know what's going to happen. Case in point, welcome back. I see a lot of smiles. Everyone's like, oh, great to see you, right? Yeah, so you don't just see them in a messenger bubble now, right? You see them there and you really never know where you're going to need some help. Case in point, Carol Thomas, she's an officer with us here. She had a prospect that she was trying to help get over an objection and she reached out crossline to Kim Wall, who's also in her 10 and 2 mastermind, and got them on a phone call. And Kim was able to share her story. And she was able to overcome that objection and actually buy a 4-pack of drops, which is awesome, right? So if you don't know those connections, you're not going to be able to connect there. So grateful that you guys had that. All right. I know I see lots of smiles, lots of smiles. So with that, let me give a quick announcement and we'll dive into some training here to get us oriented because I know we have a lot of newer people. If you are brand new, first of all, welcome to the family. It's an honor to have you here. Your homework assignment, if you have not yet already, is to make sure that you get onboarded. You go through this wellness360.community/links and make sure like go through this and look at all the little details. And I'd encourage you as well too, even if you've been through this, it's good to go back through it. It'll take you like maybe 30, 60 minutes. The little details make all the difference. But specifically, if you want to launch your business, the most important thing is this first post. When we say launching your business, it is making a post. to get out there. I see Tina Thomas here. She's one of our newest family members. She made a post this last week, and she's in the midst of a move. It's been crazy. And she has people flooding in right now, asking questions, and you're just being thrown into the mix. So be sure to do that if you haven't already, and get oriented with all of our resources and all the cool things that are happening. So get that, all right? But one of our keystones is there's a goal and a strategy that if you focus on the strategy, it doesn't matter if you understand this compensation plan or not. Has anyone here tried looking at our amazing comp plan, but gotten a little confused? Marvich made your first post this morning. Congratulations. Yeah, our comp plan pays the best. If you want to know, out of over 10,000 network marketing companies in our profession, Partner Co pays #1. And it's paid that way for 13 years. But what's complicated, or what pays well, can be complicated. So if you want to just not worry about that stuff, unless you're like a numbers person like Dr. Pia Washington that love these details, what you do want to do is just focus on an activity and a goal that if you focus on this one thing, will be able to unlock the compensation plan. And what we call that is 10 and 2. Now, getting at least 10 customers and 2 partners to partner with within a 4-week period. Or if you're more of a high enroller, we have Dr. Jody who enrolled, like, I think she did 6 partners and 6 customers. That's great. Who here, by the way, I'm curious, you're more of a customer product driven person? Put a 1 in the comments. Or are you more of a business driven, opportunity driven person? Put a 2 in the comments. Most people, Dr. Let's an opportunity 1, James is opportunity. It's probably 90+% are product driven, which is great because we have amazing products. Then some of us are opportunity driven. But regardless of what it is, lead with that. Do what you want to do on that. And once you make 10 and 2, we get you to be a part of, you get an invite to what's called the masterminds. We get higher level 6-figure plus training. And also you're on our Hall of Fame. That goes on here as well too. So you can do it once, and then we challenge you, keep on doing it more and more and more. So with that, if you do 10 and 2 at least once a month, that's 3 people a week, guys. Who here feels if your obsession this week was to help transform 3 people's lives with their amazing products, 3 people's lives with their business, you could do that. That's 1 every other day. Put a 3 in the comments, right? If you're like, I can do that. And if you're like, well, I'm not sure how to do that, that's why we have our training here. You follow the bouncing ball and it's just going to start to flood in, start to flow in. But you might be wondering, well, maybe, I've been trying that. I want to, but how? And the magic is in the little details. But it first starts as a goal, right? You tend not to go to places that you don't intend to go to. So the mind needs to travel there first, and you make a decision first. And as you start to do that, you scale that. If you do 10 and 2, 6 months in a row, and then you help your team do that as well, we've seen people actually scale to a 6-figure income. So we've seen it multiple times. So I have a couple of superstars today. I think the best way to be able to learn is just go to those that have done it before. So I want to first bring up Miss Adella Sanchez. Adella is very soon to be, she's right around the corner from a promotion, another one. But Adella, you crushed into. Do you remember, by the way, like since you launched your business, how long did it take you to do 10 and 2? I believe it was your first month. Am I incorrect on that?
I think it was, well, yes, within the first month and a half. Yeah, I think it was. Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah. So Adella, first of all, congratulations.
Thank you.
I know there's so much wisdom within you. My target, if you're listening right now, is pick up a nugget that you can apply. So I want to know personally, because you're doing and you're rocking, your team's duplicating, there's some amazing things that's happening. But Adella, just so we know your background, prior to Partner Co., what was your business profession? What else were you doing?
Okay, so my sales career came very early in my life. I was married very young, and back then there was the party plans going on, and I started with Princess House Crystal. Okay.
Wow.
I was like 24, I was in there for 13 years, and that was a direct sales company, not MLM. There's a difference. Okay. But I got super good training there. In fact, I felt like I was going to college. It was so great. In fact, that's one of the things I like about Partner Co. is the training. And one of your mentors and my mentors from way back when is Jim Rohn.
Yes.
And to this day, I when I'm riding my bike, I have I put Jim Rohn on and listen to his YouTube. Okay, but the difference of well, so I direct sales, and then life happens. I got divorced, and then got a job in procurement at Northrop. And that was supposed to be a good, secure job where I'd have a retirement, right?
Yeah.
Well, what happened? I was there 2 years, and a friend of mine called me up again about a direct selling company and said, "Hey, Della, there's a new company coming to California. They need managers." So I said, "Okay." I'm making this real short. And long story short, within 3 months, I had a group of a team, and I went a trip to the Bahamas, and I was making more money than I did at Northrop.
Wow.
Okay. So I said, the heck with the corporate world. They don't
Yes.
appreciate you much, and there were no windows. I didn't like it. I'm just a people person. And so I did that, and actually went through divorce. And because of direct sales, I was able to come here to Wildomar area, buy my home. And then I remarried. And in remarrying, my husband has always liked watching me and helping me in my dreams, and we did several MLMs. So I want to talk a little bit about the difference of the MLMs. There was the juice one, there was the vitamin one, there was the makeup one, the fresh air machine. Okay, we even traveled in our RV and went to different places and did shows on those.
Wow.
But I wasn't making money, and the training wasn't as good or personal as you make it. Okay. And in fact, I want to publicly apologize to Eva. I think she's on there. When we did the three-way call, Donna and Eva and we did the three-way call. Eva started telling me about, oh, this is such a good company. You can make a six-figure income. You can win trips. You can, we're going to go to Orlando. And I stopped her and I said, you know what? That's okay. I've been there, done that. I just want to make enough money to buy my product. Okay. And Eva, thank you, because that's where I'm at today. But something else she said to me later on was, it's in my blood. But more so, Partner Co., like I said, the training, you're focusing on the training. It is so, so good. And I try to stay focused. I remember what Jim Rohn says, keep your goal in front of you. When I won my very first trip to Mallorca, Spain, affirmations are real important. I see myself in Spain. I'm buying and I'm spending money in Spain. I'm walking the streets. In fact, every night I would visualize, you guys. I would visualize myself walking like in the little cobblestone street with all the little shops. And I visualize that every night. And but let me backtrack real quick. So when I told my neighbor across the street, "Oh, I'm so excited, I'm gonna win this trip to Mallorca," her husband's a really downer. And he said, "You're not going to win no trip to Mallorca. They're just making you work the company's making you work to get money." And so as I'm walking across the street back home, I'm thinking, I'm going to show you, mister.
Yes.
So I won that trip to Mallorca. And you want to know something else? I makes me want to cry. I was walking in the street that I was visualizing. So affirmation and vision, keeping your dream in front of you is really important. And you know what the nice thing was? He saw me for 13 years go on 13 major trips: Paris, France, Hawaii 3 times, Spain 3 times, Tangiers, Africa. So I said bye-bye every year to him, So it's just staying focused and visualizing what you want. And in fact, if I may read something, can I read something?
Please.
From the Bible? It's Habakkuk 2. And the Lord answered me and said, "Write the vision, make it plain upon the tablets, that that ye may run that readeth it. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, James,
Yeah.
but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come and will not tarry.
Hallelujah.
Yeah.
Thank you. You don't live this long not knowing that God has you. You know, He has your back, He has you, and He's going to see you through. And if I can just share, this has come from the heart, and He has a mission for each one of us. We all have a story, and there are people out there that need not just Partner Co, but they need you. They need you to smile at them. They need you to befriend them. It's a hurting world. And anyway, I'm getting off track there, but keep your vision. I have my little vision thing here for 10 and 2, and I have PMX up there, and I asked James to send me some pictures of PMX.
PXP, right? So
PXP, I'm sorry.
Orlando, September 20th to 22nd, we have our big annual convention. That's right. She asked me, I love this, the power visualization.
I don't know if you can
Like
see my board. Oh, well.
The background's on, so we can't see it. But you asked me, hey, can I get photos of the last PXP? Because you're envisioning yourself being there, walking the stage and everything.
Yes. Yes.
Wow.
It makes me want to cry. Yeah. So I really believe visualization and believing through God that He's going to use you in this business. Okay.
Wow.
And I have a terrific team. I have a couple, of leaders, yesterday on your Warrior Movement Facebook, there was the post about whiners and complainers, followers, supporters, and leaders. And I picked out my leaders there that I'll be working with and learning this type of business, which is a little bit different because it was so before hands-on and it was more presentations. And so learning this technology,
Wow.
So I think that's a little bit.
So question for you here. So guys, did anyone already get some golden nuggets here? This is huge. So number one, to break down, right? So to break down the power visualization, and what's powerful is principles, success principles. You're talking kingdom principles. Principles are the same. It doesn't matter what you're doing. It worked in many different venues. Some of you, we've all been successful, by the way, in something in our life. And whether you're aware of it or not, you have these principles. But the biggest thing I got from you is visualize what you want. So whether that's your next title advancement, whether that's a dream trip, visualizing 10 customers and 2 partners this week. Come on, that's what I'm talking about, right? Like this is how you start to do it. And you can tell there's emotion. Like Adella literally gets emotional. She visualizes this. But number 2 is writing it down. I've literally written it down. So I have a goal card. I carry this around, and whatever works for you. And I have Bible verses on the back. On the bottom, I have Habakkuk 2:2-3, actually. So I have that as well too. But these are principles, right? These are principles. My last question for you for now, Adella, is this.
Yes.
So, because you've done a lot of different things, and you mentioned in your story that you've tried a lot of different companies. Like I'm curious, how many businesses do you think you've been involved in?
Oh, probably more than a dozen, I'm sure.
Wow.
Yes, definitely.
So it takes a lot to say yes to one thing.
Yes, yeah.
What was it about Partner Co that made you say, yes, I'm going to not just use the product, but I'm going to build a business here?
Well, it was easy. Well, the product speaks for itself. And when I started seeing it work on me, the product, and not only have I lost the weight, you guys, but I've carried that weight for over 30 years. In fact, I told my husband a few more pounds, maybe another 10 pounds, I'll be in my wedding dress,
Wow.
Yeah. So I think the product, people see me, giving me the confidence, wow, this is working. And so it's easy in the fact that, you're not having to pick up product and go places. All right. I don't need a storage house of product. I'm learning this technology, the Facebook technology.
How young are you, Adella?
I'm 77 and a half.
77 and a half. Come on. Wow. You don't look it at all. You don't feel it at all.
And I just know, again, I got to speak from the heart. God is not done with all of us. And I was thinking I was done with my sales career. I was sitting here just watching TV, crocheting baby blankets. And this has been exciting. I told my husband, it's like I'm back on the saddle again. I'm doing what I love. Yeah. So thank you for Donna and for Eva for their support and their encouragement, but it's exciting. And my goal is to be a good leader, to help others. That's important.
And you're doing that. Adella, congratulations. Thank you so much. I know managers are right around the corner and you have so many things, so many nuggets there. One other thing I'd love to point out is the importance of personal development. This business is a compensation plan wrapped around personal growth. And the better that you become, the more that you become who God designed you to be, the more success that you have, right? Success is not a thing to attain. It's a identity to shift into. So who here, by the way, has never heard Jim Rohn before? Put a me in the comments if you haven't. He's been passed away. So if you haven't been involved in our profession in the past, you probably haven't heard about him. But if you want some homework for you, he taught me to turn your car into a mobile classroom. On our warriormovement.biz site under resources and self-education. Building your network marketing business is a 1-hour audio that I've probably played, I don't know, hundreds of times easily. And it's deeply ingrained into the philosophy. So if you're feeling down, I ever feel like, man, how do I get inspired again? I'd highly recommend pop in someone like Jim Rohn, and I'm telling you, it's going to be absolutely incredible. Yeah, he is super inspiring for sure.
Definitely.
Yes. Awesome. So thank you, Adella, for that. And a couple of things I want to share with you. So how do you do all these things? So it starts with visualization. It starts with a commitment. It starts with a decision. I love that Tina put in the chat, she's visualizing 10 and 2. The way to do it, the saying is when the why is strong, the how becomes easy. Like the prospects will come. You start having the right conversations. Like our business is pretty simple. You're just marketing yourself. You're being visible and you're having conversation. Adella put it very well. What's great about this business model is compared to back in the day in direct sales, where you had to literally have an inventory and literally go sell and everything. Here, a lot of it is drop ship. You just connect. Dr. P.O. Washington this last month got, not even 3 weeks, has enrolled 55 new customers around the world, right? I know that's like, wow. And 5 new partners. The cool part about that is she just sent links to people around the world, right? Like she didn't have to go to, you can of course resell. Many of us buy in bulk and you resell, which is fantastic. But we have a model that's kind of hands off, which is nice, right? So what we need to spend our time doing is to make sure that we're marketing and we're visible. And I'm not going to go through all those training details today. Tuesdays, we have a fast start training where actually Tammy Egbert, one of our officers and Warrior Movement co-founder, and my wife, Becky, actually, she's going to walk you through our 7-day launch process. We're 30, 60 minutes a day. We're going to teach you what to do. So if you haven't done this yet, this is your homework. It's meant to be where you can walk yourself through it. But I do want to give you one little cool update. We're constantly enhancing our tools. We're constantly expanding. So Joanne Hewitt, she's done 10 and 2 like 6+ times. She's crushing it. One thing that she said that she does is she's constantly going through this. And we have this system called boards. Okay, if you don't have this yet, this is in our onboarding steps. I'd encourage you, read through these because we're constantly updating them with goodies. We're constantly tuning and sharpening. And this boards is essentially our system on how to communicate with your prospect so they can become a customer and a partner faster. Okay. So 2 things I want to point out. Number 1, I've been seeing a lot of people start to have conversations about the drops. And we have an amazing part in our boards under the drops pipeline. Who here has ever had a question about the product that you didn't really know how to answer? They're like, if I take a medicine, can I take the drops with it? or if this is this FDA approved, or these types of things. Did you know that in our drops pipeline, we actually have a common questions and objections folder, where after selling these drops for 12 years, guys, me and Becky were one of the first, we were literally the first partners to sell this for, so we've heard it all. We have a list of all the commonly asked questions and how you can answer them. So you might just go to that and be like, oh, I'll just pick through that, right? This morning, Sonia said, yeah, it's super helpful. So you can go through that. Number two, though, one of our goals in helping you to do 10 and 2, why? If you want this to be not only direct sales, but you want this to be something scalable, you want leveraged income. Who here would love a business that grows with or without you? Like, it's huge. It's huge. So if you want that, that means that we're going to build a sales team. We're going to start to rapidly duplicate. So a part of doing that is knowing the enrollment process. How do you convert a customer to a partner? One good thing is when you're getting your drops customers, I was talking to Dr. Laurette, who I'll bring up in just a second. Once you get the customer, you follow up with the customer. So we have in the drops pipeline message scripts what to tell them when they buy it, but also how to convert them once they're getting some good results. Many times your best partners start as your best customers. Who here started, by the way, as primarily a customer before a partner? Yeah, give me a wave or put a 5 in the comments. Many, probably 90% do. But many people, we've been seeing this, people have been upgrading within their first days. Like, I've heard multiple stories within this last week of people using the product for 1 day. And then they're like, I'm ready to become a partner. I'll ask Dr. Laurette about that in just a bit. So use that. But one more update that I want to share is the enrollment flow. So our goal, this is the Make Money pipeline. When someone's ready to buy the product, we just got some new packs. Is anyone using the new Renew, by the way? Are you loving it? Like, this thing is like so good, this Renew. I know it's not available in all the markets yet. Don't worry. Someday, eventually, we'll get there. But if you have that opportunity, we've just upgraded the boards. This is US specific. We're very aware of our other markets. We love you. We're doing everything we can to help you. But we have new packs, which are updated in the boards. And take a look at this. You have packs that are up to 50% off of retail as a partner. Like, we got some real good, when I was doing the calculations on the savings on this, I'm like, can I just like get started all again? But not only that, we have a script when you get to the point that you're converting somebody and you're offering them a package, we now have a new site updated onto our, what we call the machine. That's our wellness360.community. Then when you click on this, who here has ever had a prospect ask you more questions about the product than they wanted information? Not just the drops. They're like, what's this? What's Noni? What's Renew? What's it? Like, there's a lot of stuff. The best time to take Noni is whenever you want. There's no wrong or right time to take it. So yeah, whenever you can take it, it's a good time. But this is a quick product info sheet that you can learn a lot about, the unique selling points that you send along with your prospect. And it not only explains all the product, it also connects them. If you click on it, it connects them to the PDFs so they can actually see all this. You go down, got Noni, got Renew, got the packs, got other products. These are all of our best-selling products around the world. So instead of throwing them to the website and them getting lost, are you trying to be the product expert yourself? Just point them to the tool. And people are going to sell themselves and to expand even further as well too. Okay. So shout out James Leonard. He's one of our officers that we're partnered with. He does all of our amazing tech stuff. So man, we have a lot of amazing things to be able to do right there. All right. Is there a way to send smart links via email? Yes. Just simply copy your smart link and find their email and then email it to them, just as a normal link right there. Okay. So just want to make sure that you're aware of these things. So homework this weekend, play around in the boards and kind of go through things and like click on different things. It's like Christmas. It's like you're finding little gifts all the time. All right. So I also want to bring up our newest current senior manager, but very soon to be way more than that as well too. But Dr. Laurette Willis, if you haven't had a chance to meet her yet, has been doing incredible work. Her leadership is awesome. Her team has been rapidly duplicating. Not only did she do 10 and 2, but she also has teammates that have done 10 and 2 and rapidly doing this. And like she's just launched like this last month, and it's been awesome. But Dr. Laurette, welcome, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm glad to be here this morning.
Thank you. It's an honor to have you here. Congratulations on all the success. I know that you're just eyes obsessed about the next goals and you're like, these are great, but I'm not there yet, which is awesome. But Doctor, for those of us that don't know your background, do you mind sharing a little bit about who you are?
Yes, certainly. Well, Dr. Laurette Willis, not a medical doctor, but a doctor of theology. We have several ministries, Praise Moves Fitness Ministry and Weight Loss Without Willpower Sisterhood, where we help people with their weight. That's why it is so amazing that what the drops have done for me, because I didn't really change the way that I was eating. I was already eating healthfully, but I had this excess weight that was hanging on. Start on the drops. I tell you what, 18 pounds in 8 weeks. Yeah, I'm at the lowest weight that I've been in like forever, almost. It's like amazing. And I'm like, gracious, the hormone balancing piece. Was totally blind to that. Never, ever knew. So it's been a blessing. I'm also a coach. We have an international ministry, Praise Moves, with hundreds of instructors all around the world, fitness ministers. And I love what I get to do. And for the last 25 plus years, I've been blessed to be an affiliate or to promote various health and wellness products. And I saw the machine in action. And I was like, wow, what's this? And my eye, and I know it was by the grace of God, just was drawn to James and Becky. And I started looking, and I tell you, this is the power of leadership and of sharing things that are just giving value on Facebook with no thought of remuneration. Because I looked at James's leadership training, and I'm watching, and I'm looking, and I'm listening, and I'm like, this resonates with me. This is, wow, this is where I want to be. So the culture will draw you in if you're a representative of that culture. And your people will find you if you put value out there. And yes, absolutely use the machine. And that's part of the training tip I was going to share in a little bit. But I wanted to kind of encapsulate that with why this company, the drops are phenomenal, and why Partner Co, because of the individuals. And I don't even totally understand everything that's going on here. But around for 12 years, these drops. James and Becky around for 13 years. You know how unusual that is in the day of when people are just like, hey, I'm out of here, gone to the next, on to the next, on to the next. But that says a lot about foundation. And I felt confident in bringing people whom I love and cherish, some of whom are on today, just so grateful, amazing team members around the world. That was another big thing. It was like, oh, gracious, good afternoon. We could have people all over in South Africa, in the UK, in Canada, in the United States, all over. So those were all big points for me to be able to hook my dreams here. And I invite you you can hook your dreams to this. This is a solid vessel. We're going places. I can see it.
So proud of you. And you shared so many amazing points. So number one, like you can sell anything in any place, right? But ultimately, all of our goals is to build just one thing and not need to worry about it anymore, right? Who here is here to build multi-generational impact and wealth, right? For you, your family, children's children, everything. So if that's the case, like you do have to pick well. So what we've been blessed with is we have an amazing company, guys. Partner Co. in network marketing is like a unicorn. So this is the place to call home. It's huge. But I love and I appreciate the compliment and I appreciate the teaching point is that ultimately people don't join products. Well, they might, but they'll be a customer. So if you've been having trouble or you've been wondering, how do I build a huge team? The real secret is people join people, right? The law of the lid. Other leaders will only follow depending on where your own lid is. And remember, and it's like, it's crazy to hear this from you, Dr. Laurette, because you, and I consider everyone here, you guys are everyone's partners, right? But I have so much respect for your ministry, for your leadership, for what you've done. And I'm laughing because I remember when I first got introduced to network marketing, I was a 19-year-old broke, shy college student, didn't know my butt from my elbow. If I ever thought about speaking, I would sweat in all my pores around my body. And I'm like, I don't even know if I can do this. But it's to the point of work harder on yourself than you do on your job. And you never know who you're going to be able to attract and share your journey, right? So here's a homework for everyone here as you're going into this week. As you're going through your posts and your marketing and all that for the product and everything, think about something that you've learned in your business, about you, about business, about life, something that impacted you, and share that. Teach a lesson, right? Share something that really impacted you. It won't align with everyone, but you're not looking for everyone. You're looking for what Dr. Laurette, you said, your people. That's what matters. Right? But the only way to find your people is to share who you are and to be vulnerable with that. So thanks for sharing that, Dr. Laurette. Okay. So you've not just done 10 and 2, but you've done it almost a second time. It's only been, you launched your business when?
Well, I joined June 1st, and then we were having our huge 16th annual Praise Moves conference. And so that was taking up a lot of my time toward the end of June. But I believe I launched just after that but I did 10 and 2 in June for the first month. I so appreciate the whole launch sequence. That's something that I would strongly recommend. If you've not launched yet, do it. It's not going to be something that you're going to understand all the parts here. You follow the videos just one at a time. Just like, oh, I'm going to watch all 7 first, and then I'm going to, no, start with the one. Just start right there and just do as they say. And I really appreciate too what you said about the importance of training and what your mentor had said. Leadership prioritizes learning. One of the things I've enjoyed saying about network marketing for many years is that it's personal development with a paycheck. That's it. Personal development with a paycheck. That's what we get to have here. And I know for myself, the Lord used network marketing for me to get me out of a cocoon, a self-imposed cocoon that I was in. Because, the enemy will always attack you in the area of your greatest gift. And for me, it was communication. I was terrified. I had such a spirit of fear. But through network marketing and having to get out of a $175 a month rental house that my husband and I had lived in for 8 years, the Lord dropped a dream in my heart for a 3-bedroom home on 40 acres. And this is way back 1997. And I was like, Lord, if you can use a donkey, you can use me. Hallelujah. I'll take it. Yeah, that sounds great. And within 2 weeks, I met a couple who, much like James and Becky, mentored me, took me by the hand. This was before social media, internet, and all of that. It was a person to person, belly to belly. I was terrified. But I kept that dream in front of me, like what Adella was saying, see the dream. And I let that pull me. And I let that pull me out of the fear. And within 8 months, my husband and I had enough from our network marketing income, not to buy outright, but to put the down payment, the mortgage, on a 3-bedroom home on 40 acres. And we've lived here since 1998. We call it the prayer farm, by the grace of God. But the Lord has the perfect thing for you too. And he'll put that desire in your heart. And who knows that he may be pulling you there, helping you get there by partnering with us here in PartnerCo.
Wow. I had no idea about that. Well, first, I think we're tripping out that you were scared of speaking. Is anyone else like, what? And it's just so powerful, but it's the power of your dreams. The pain of not having that needs to be greater than the pain of your fear, essentially. And that's what I'm hearing as a common thread today. So if you've been feeling fearful, which is normal, which is fine, think to yourself, are you clear in what you want? It's very evident. Adella knew she was walking the streets of Mallorca, Spain. Like she could taste it, she could feel it, she could touch it. It's very clear. You envisioned a 3-bedroom home on a 40-acre plot of land. It needs to be that real. And God just moves things around. It's just amazing how that happens. But we have to be obedient, of course. I also love your coachability because you've done a lot. I mean, you're the type, Laurette, now you build systems. You're typically the type that anything you do, you're the organizational lead, you build systems and structures and frameworks. Like you just do that. But for you to come in and even submit to leadership in something that's already there without feeling like you need to recreate the wheel, can you touch it? Like, how do you, that takes a lot of humility, because I always think my ways are just better. I'm not saying to not be creative too. You have your own touch on things, but how do you make that shift?
For me, I realized I'm at the point in my life where it's important for me to focus on where the Lord's called me to lead in ministry and where our main ministry is going. And I felt called to PartnerCo also, but I didn't want it to be like some of the other companies that I've been with, where I created training systems, where we had the pages, where we had the training every Saturday, where Laurette did this, Laurette did that, and called on different ones. And just like, I can't divide myself up anymore. So when I saw what you have available here, I said, this is exactly what I've been looking for. And one tip I would recommend, and I think Adella kind of touched on this also, having a board. In fact, that dark space behind me right there is usually where I have my board. And this is, I started this when I started 10 and 2. I decided, 10 and 2. And in 6 months, this is where we're going to be. And so I would take the numbers, and you'll see the little red numbers there. That's how far along I am for the next 10 and 2. And I was blessed to be in the room, in the breakout room with Dr. Pia, who inspires me. I tell you what, going for 10 and 2, like once a week, it's like, oh yeah. So I see we're about 2 away. And this is funny. I was at a Miracle Conference outside of Washington, D.C. Last week, the 3rd through the 7th, invited to speak there. I, of course, brought the drops, and I had them there. I had 3 packs to sell. So I would already be at 10 and 2 again if I didn't have the packs to sell. But you've got that choice.
By the way, so are you saying you sold some of the inventory?
Yes, yeah.
Oh, that counts. Those count.
Oh, it does?
So you're 10, how many did you sell?
I thought that didn't count. Yeah, then I did. Praise the Lord.
How many did you sell there?
3.
Oh, you're good. Congrats.
Hey, boy, I'm glad to hear that. Wow, wonderful. Hey, Larry just asked, what is my role in the ministry? The founder of Praise Move since February 25th, 2001 at 10:35 in the morning. I remember it exactly. Glory to God.
Definitely check out our website.
Health and fitness for spirit, soul, and body. That's really the core of what we do in ministry. And being on James's team and all y'all's team, I mean, we're one team, right? One team, one dream. But beyond that, I see here health and fitness for spirit, soul, and body is uplifted as well, realizing that there's something greater at work here than the physical and even the mental and the emotional. And I so appreciate that, because that's where what you're doing today is going to count further down the road. You know, the lives, what is the scripture? Let your light so shine before men that they may see your good works and glorify your Father in heaven. That this is helping people physically to, I believe, let their light shine. Because I tell you, when they're feeling crummy and they feel bad, I know when my confidence was low with how I looked, how I felt, I would push through by the grace of God. But how much easier it is now. When you feel better, you do better.
So well said. No, you have a unique and fun thing coming up, and I appreciate your leadership. Last week, you decided to do a launch call with you and your team. And basically, we have amazing calls every single week, and they're not meant for only just one person to present to. You did that, and it was super successful. And you're running another one now. But not only that, you've allowed it an opportunity for all of us to plug into this as well, too. But do you want to talk about this Monday?
Yes, absolutely. Dr. Jody Ganofsky, she's a doctor of natural health, and she was with us last week. She has just been exploding the boards, just the things that she has been doing. She has like 51 prospects who have gone through the machine, and it's just continuing to grow. But her understanding of hormones and health, and her having great success, I think it's like 5 pounds in 5 days on the drops. And then Kim Wall, whom you've introduced us to, I believe she's been on your team, James, for a year. What I especially appreciate about Kim, her heart to serve, her heart of compassion, and to let people know that if they're considering weight loss surgery, she is going to, by sharing her story, having been about 300 pounds at one time, she's going to turn their thoughts around about that. Because if I understand correctly, she had quite a life-changing experience in a negative way, but by the grace of God and also the partner code products, her health has turned around and she's had great results.
Can't wait. So guys, take advantage of this. A great prospecting call. We'll talk all about the product. We'll highlight the business, but Monday, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern, and check out the link. This is already on Wellness 360. Obviously, we'll still have it on replay as well too, but it's going to be incredible. Dr. Laurette, any last words as we start to close out?
Oh, I would just say that if you have it in your heart that you want to do something with this, something great, something monumental, I believe you absolutely can. That desire is there for a reason. There's a scripture that says, when you delight yourself in the Lord, he gives you the desires of your heart. And that word delight, it was translated delight, but the actual word in Hebrew is anog. The word anog means when you allow yourself to be moldable like clay in the hands of the Lord, he will give you the desires of your heart. I believe he takes the desires from his great heart, pours them into your heart that he wants to do through you as a vessel of honor. If you could do it all by yourself, how would he get any glory for it? So if you have that desire stirred up, trust in the Lord with all your heart, lean not to your own understanding. In all your ways, acknowledge him, and he will direct, make sure, and straight your paths. He will guide and order your every step. In Jesus' name, amen. Thank you, James, for letting me share today.
Thank you. Mic drop. Thanks, Dr. Laurette. Such an honor. And guys, looking into this upcoming week, who here got at least one life-changing nugget today, right? Put a 1 in the comments. I'll give you a wave. Like, there's just so much in this. We put all of our I'm just smiling from ear to ear because I know today's transforming lives already. And just as a reminder, we put all of our replays now because we have a lot of cool things. When you're on the Wellness360.community links page, We have both a Warrior Movement YouTube channel. That's where all of our business trainings go to, like Academy. And we also have a Wellness 360 YouTube channel. That's where all of our prospect calls, like the Monday one that we're going to do with Dr. Laurette, that's going to be as well too. So if you're not subscribed to those, use that. Use it as your tools, right? So share this with your team. Who here has teammates that were not here today? You're like, they need to watch this, right? Yeah. So get them onto it. Share that replay with them. The best trained team is going to win. And just a heads up onto this week, we have a lot that's coming up. We have that Monday call with Dr. Laurette. Tuesday, we have our fast start with Tammy and Becky. You're not going to want to miss that to get the tactical. Wednesday, we're going to have Mr. James Laponzi. He's lost 28 pounds in less than 2 months, guys. So we're going to have another prospect opportunity. These will be posted shortly into Wellness 360, our Facebook group. And then Thursday, this is huge. We have the opportunity to have one of our own executives of Partner Co., Katie Holt Larson, who I'm telling you, we were able to partner and enroll Cindy McKnight and Lindsay Yoakum this last year. 6 months ago, they launched. In 6 months, they have done $85,000 of personal sales, and they've enrolled in their organization 1,100 partners. They are optimizing every week, just like that. Why do I bring them up? One of the big reasons why they came on board is I got them onto a call with Katie Holt Larson. She's a closer. She knows how to get people started. She's like, you guys should go to Puerto Rico. Really? And then boom, we were there. And then they got started. Like, so you want to bring top level prospects to this. If you have people that have been involved in network marketing and they're kind of eyeing what's going on, bring them to Katie Holt Larson. If you have somebody that is using the drops and they're like, can I make some money? Bring them to Katie Holt Larson. She not only can speak to the top money earner, her heart is in the average person. She loves helping people make $500. Like, that's where her heart and passion is. So we have the opportunity to have her on. That's going to be an amazing one. You just thought of someone? Awesome. So that's going to be on Thursday. But other than that, everyone, hey, this week, how close are you going to get to your next 10 and 2? Are going to help at least 3 people, right? I love what Dr. Laurette did. Are you tracking it? What you track will grow. So with that said, who here is excited and expectant that this week is going to be your best week? Yeah, give me a wave or put a 100 in the comments. Yeah, let's go. On that, God bless. Have an amazing weekend. Thank you, Dr. Laurette. Thank you.